Hello YouTube. I just got a good idea, so I just want to show you guys what I just did. I just modified my trigger control just to take a few pounds off the pressure. You see the springs right here. Normally people show you on YouTube, they put a shimmer right here like a washer underneath the screws here. What my method is kind of similar, but I just do it on the other side of the spring. What I did is just shimmer the springs with one of this like a nut thing. You find it in cars. I don't know what they call, but we all seen this before. So what I did is this part right here, the flat part goes on the bottom, and the spring goes inside this slot right here. But the flat part, I cut it in half. I just take the pliers. I just twist it back and forth until it breaks in half right here. If you don't, it'd be too long. So when you start doing it, you know why. So what I did, I just slide this inside over the bottom of the spring on the back here, and that takes a few pounds of the pressure. But also some people, when they did that, they don't do the springs to take the slack, kind of give it a natural feel. So this one, when I push right here, normally it will have the slacks right here with flopping back and forth. You know, if you shoot your rifle, it's kind of making the noise. So I didn't like that, so I add a spring, so it always push or pull it back to the natural position. And when you pull the trigger, it just halfway. Very easy, no effort at all. And then you just pull the rest. So that, by doing that, it took, I would think, about a couple of pounds up. You don't want to take too much. If you put the shimmer too thick, it'll take a lot of pounds up, but that's kind of risky. Okay, so once again, something look like this. And let me see if I try to show you the spring that I put in. Let's see, wow. It's hard to zoom it in. Let's see if this way shows. Nope, I'm gonna turn off the camera and pull out the spring. And there it is, right there. So one side of the spring catches the bottom side of the trigger, and the other side is hard to see. It go into the hole on the top of this part right here, right there. So it does two purposes. The spring does two purposes. One is to pull the trigger back to the normal position, and also keep this part in place so it won't slip out. I don't think it will slip out anyway, because once you put it all back together, it's going to stay there. It's going to be blocked right here. So the reason also, by cutting this halfway so it won't stick too far out, it will be resting on this part of the wood. So I cut it halfway so it will be far enough to go to this part, so it won't sit on the wood. Okay, let me turn off the camera and remove the spring and show you what the spring looks like. There it is. That's what the spring looks like, and in this part, that's the top part right there, and the bottom part right there, that's the flat part, and I cut it in half so it's in the springs like this. This one you can find it in your garage, or you can go to a hardware and find something like that. Okay. Well, I try to put them together with one hand, it's going to be impossible. So anyway, this part, let's see here. Oh, I got it upside down. You see that spring right there with the screw? Normally people put the washer right there underneath there. But this part, the flat part with the cut in half, goes slip inside that spring. If you pull the spring back, let me show you. If you pull the spring back, pull the trigger back, the spring kind of rise up a little bit right there. So you pull the trigger back, slip this part in. I can't do it one hand. My tripod doesn't work. I'm missing something for my camera. So anyway, you push that piece in, and the spring, okay, you remove this piece right here, push this piece out, and now you can do that again, redo that part, and then you try to, a little bit tricky, put the spring so it hook one end to this hole, and use a tweezer, go to the other side and grab the other end of the spring and hook it to this part. So when you hook that to that part, you see how it's slack like this? It's gonna always pull at the bottom of this to make the spring go back to the original position. Okay, that's it. Let me turn it up and put everything back together and show you once more. YouTube, I'm back. So the gun is put back together. First, let me check. No bullets in there. Everything's safe. Okay, now the trigger is resting on the original position. So I demonstrate to you is pushing very lightly. See how the trigger go back by itself. So the spring take care of that problem right there. And also the shimmer, the spacer, take half of the trigger away. So now the trigger is much more responsive. Didn't take much to pull the trigger. So I feel like I took about 2 pounds off that trigger. So that's it. This is the Mosin Nagant M91 round receiver, 1939. Okay. Okay, and the bolt doesn't fall off by itself. That means that the simmer that I put in is thin enough where it will, when you put the simmer is a little too thick, when you drop it like this, it might fall off. That means it's too thick. And you don't want that because the simmer is too thick. The trigger is very fine trigger. So if you drop this, it can accidentally fire. Or if you rest your finger, it can accidentally fire. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Good luck.